What's up, Ravens, and welcome back to another episode of Good Morning Northwest. I'm Evie Travis, joined alongside
Paige Garcia, and we have a packed episode full of stories to tell. But before that, let's
roll
that intro.
Last Saturday, our juniors in the Engineering Academy had their in-house FTC competition.
They've been working really hard this past semester, and with all that hard work, they ended up performing extremely well.
So let's take it over to Jackson Connell to tell us more.
2, 1, go!
Over the weekend, the Engineering Academy competed in an all-around robotics competition.
We get a challenge every single year where we have to build a robot, design, build, and program a robot that's accomplished this challenge as effectively as possible. And so this year it's going to be picking up balls from a rose and then throwing them into a goal. And so our robot has to be able to start from an autonomous position and pick up those balls and throw them into the goal.
The teams had to think about the most beneficial trade-offs in order to succeed.
We wanted our robot to be fast, maneuverable, and accurate, and we did that by making our intake fast and being able to pick up off the floor.
The bot is controlled by a Logitech controller.
Think of that as like a regular gaming controller. If you have the right D-pad, where you use so like X, Y, Z, stuff like that, on our Logitech controllers, we are able to control the position of the arm, so the shooting arm, and then with our bumpers, we control the speed of the motors, and then our joysticks control the movement of the bot.
The tournament followed a typical sports-like format.
So at the beginning of the day, it's just a complete blind draw round robin setup. So each of the teams are going to be randomly partnered with other teams, and they will have 6 total matches, and then at the end of the day, we'll have a little mini tournament, just a knockout to declare an official winning alliance for the day.
Congrats to the Engineering Academy for a successful competition. This has been Jackson Connell from the Raven Network.
Congrats to Engineering for doing such an outstanding job at their competition.
Here at Olathe Northwest, we have a ton of outstanding classes to offer,
Especially our fantastic student nat class.
Let's hand it to Bria Allison to learn more about it.
Student Nat is a class that gives students many unique opportunities.
Student Nat is basically a program where students get to learn about animals.
Kids get to take care of animals, they get to learn about animals.
Where they get to experience time with different animals between reptiles and mammals.
You also have to take care of the animals, so you have to clean their cages and give them food.
Just cleaning up for the animals, making sure that they have a happy life in their enclosures.
We have leopard geckos, we have a couple rats, we have cockroaches, we have these 2 really big snakes.
We have many different projects from like enrichment.
And we have to find all this information on 42 different mammals.
But then there's also like bird projects and then mammal projects.
This has been Bria Allison with the Raven Network.
Well, doesn't that sound like a good time?
Yeah, it does.
And FCCLA showed what good times can be had, especially during this time of the month, as recently they hosted their annual holiday mart last Saturday.
Families can shop from a wide selection of fun festive items for the holidays.
Let's send it to Isaiah Wallace for more.
Christmas music playing, family shopping, holiday spirit all around.
So the Holiday Mart is FCCLA's annual fundraiser. It's our large one that we do every year. Vendors are supporting FCCLA by purchasing a booth, so we need to come out and support them because they're supporting FCCLA.
Some of our own clubs even participated in this event.
We have several school groups participating this year. Gardening Club joined us, and DECA, and then we have Engineering Academy.
Holiday Mart has grown over time. Let's see what all it's turned into.
This year we have the most we've ever had. We have about 70 here.
This has been Isaiah Wallace from the Raven Network.
That's such a great way for FCCLA students to join into the holiday fun.
Speaking of having some fun, Max Masters watched some friendly matches of badminton that Miss Brandstorm held for her classes.
Let's give it to him to get an inside look at this competition.
Ms. Branch from 2nd and 4th hour class wanted to build competitiveness for a friendly game of badminton.
I think I performed really well. We were able to win, and that's what it was all about. I played pretty good defense and then put it away when I needed to. I have a great partner, and that made it pretty easy. So we did great and performed about how I expected to.
Oh God, losing the final game was just heart-wrenching. We were so close yet so far, and just to fall short of my goal killed me.
To be a good badminton player, you need a lot more skills than one might think.
To be a good badminton player, it's a lot of coordination. So just having good hand-eye coordination really helped me. I play tennis, so it's pretty much just hitting the ball over and over, and you pretty much just translate it to a birdie. Smaller racket, smaller birdie or object to hit, but it's a lot like ping pong in a way too, where it's pretty small, and I play a lot of that. So
perseverance and hard work. It's not a sport for the faint of heart, you know. You really gotta work your best there. Badminton's, it's a serious thing.
Some players still had some strong feelings about this friendly competition.
We'll just go pretty much beat everybody, and I was like, oh, wow, we are pretty good at this. I want to see who the other best people are and see how they compete with us, and they were pretty good, but not quite good enough, I guess.
This has been Max Masters with the Raven Network.
On another note, we also have quite a lot of sports stories to cover as well.
So let's toss it over to Game Day to hear all about them.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to Kickoff.
We've got a weekend full of sports, so let's jump in.
The Lady Ravens basketball team kicked off their season with a big win against Blue Valley West with a score of 58-30. Caitlin Nadal led the team in points.
Last night, the Ravens took on DeSoto and dropped a tough one, 55-35, in the opening round of the DeSoto Hardwood Classic. The girls are back in action Wednesday night in DeSoto. On Friday, our boys wrestling team took on multiple teams at Spring Hill High School.
With many new athletes, they had a very successful weekend.
Cannon Clickman won 6 of his 6 matches, Raheem Donnell won 5 of his 6 matches, and Finn Chansey won 4 of his 6 matches.
The boys will be back in action this weekend in Eden, Oklahoma for Mid-American Nationals Tournament. Good luck, boys.
This past Saturday, our Lady Raven wrestling team took on multiple teams at Spring Hill High School. They had a very successful weekend, placing 3rd as a team. Megan Vasquez also had a notable weekend, placing 2nd. Awesome job, ladies. Let's send it over to Lainey Lohan to hear more about the future of the Lady Raven season.
We are so excited to have 2 girls wrestlers here with us today. We have senior Megan Vasquez and junior Avery Horn. Thank you so much for joining us today. The girls wrestling team is bouncing off a top 10 placing at state last year, along with many individuals placing high, showing their growth and mastery and talent. This past weekend, the girls wrestling team started off their season with their first all-day match and had great achievements. So to get more information from last year to this year, my first question goes to Megan. How would you describe last week's match? Was there anything you would have done differently?
We were definitely knocking off a lot of rust that we had from not being on the mat for a while. I definitely would have put in more work, but I think I was just getting back into my groove.
Now for Avery, for this being a year where you're an upperclassman, how will you challenge yourself physically in wrestling and your characteristics that may help the team?
For challenging myself physically, I would say just pushing myself more after practice and pushing more weight and weights too.
Back to Megan. For placing top 3 at state last year and placing 2nd a few days ago, how are you using those experiences to guide you heading into this weekend's competition?
Definitely the hard work I put in. This is our home tournament, and that's a really big deal for us because we want to defend our high school. So I'm definitely going to put in a lot of hard work, and I know I'm going to have some really tough competition.
Next for Avery, what would you say your team's main goal for this season is, and how will your team improve as each weekend's match goes on to accomplish this goal?
Our main goal this season is basically just to win more matches and probably get ranked and just like do better and just push ourselves more and do more.
And for Megan, beyond any placing or award, what achievement are you most proud of from last year? Did you overcome any injury, challenges, mental toughness?
Definitely at like the last bit of portion of the season, I was definitely having a really big mental block because I felt like there was a lot of pressure to be put on me because all these rankings were coming out. I was doing really good in all these tournaments, and I felt the pressure really come on before regionals. And I was scared that I was going to go out there and just like not wrestle like myself. And it kind of took me a lot of pep talks with my coaches for them to like get into my head that like I'm where I need to be and I'm performing the way I need to be.
Was there anything else that helped you go past those mental toughnesses last year?
I'd always I kind of just talk to myself about it because I'd always get in my head. So I just talk to myself about it and I put it into actual perspective. And I was I'm where I need to be right now.
Avery, this is your last question. How would you describe your team's environment and what do you enjoy about it?
Our team's environment is really good. I met my best friends on the wrestling team, and we always just kind of have fun before tournaments and after. And after tournaments, we just get food and just talk about everything, our coaches and our matches, and it's really fun.
And before we end, my last question for Megan is, as a wrestler who was on the team when they ranked top 10 at state last year, what should fans expect for this year?
They should definitely expect us to be showing a lot of hard work, winning a lot of tournaments, placing at a lot of tournaments, and just being a great team overall.
Amazing. Again, thank you so much for joining us for our show today, and good luck for this upcoming season. Let's send it back over to the desk.
Wow. Making headlines around Kansas City.
For our football team, one name turning everyone's head is...
Let's send it over to Cash Connor to hear more about Bryce Randall and his school record.
Recently, our football team went to state, and we had a standout player who broke the school record for rushing yards.
In the beginning of the second quarter of the Gardner game, that's when I knew I broke it, especially after that touchdown, the first touchdown I had.
While Bryce gets the recognition for the award, his offensive line and his teammates were a huge help.
Bryce set that record with a really good offensive line. He did some really good job of finding holes and lanes, and I mean, it was nice to see somebody change a record like that on our board. I mean, it had been a while.
They played a big role. My teammates always been supportive ever since last year, and my linemen, I told them once I break the record, I got them a dinner at Waffle House.
To start the season, Bryce had the backfield to himself, but as Jalen Douglas returned from injury, he continued to produce.
You know, when Jalen came back, just his ability to, share the role a little bit. Both are really, really great running backs, and obviously he got his time to shine and did a great job with it, and I'm so proud that he was able to have such a great year.
Although Bryce had an amazing season, Coach Clark and the coaching staff's accomplishments did not go unnoticed.
I mean, it's a team honor. I hate saying I'm the coach of the year. I mean, it's really our coaching staff and our players and our program, and so I get to represent us and get the award for it. But really, it's a team award. It's a team honor.
With the Raven Network, this has been Cash Connor.
Such an amazing season for Bryce and his teammates.
Unfortunately, Ravens, that's all the time we have today for kickoff.
This has been Caitlin Huckabee
and Brinley Summers.
Let's send it back to the desk. But first, it's time for a commercial break.
Thanks, Game Day. As we hit the month of December, places everywhere have been bringing in the energy for the upcoming holidays.
Especially in downtown Olathe, where residents gathered together for a special Olathe holiday tradition.
Let's send it to myself to hear more on this event.
Families laugh, carolers sing, and the community gathers to share in the magic of the season. Last Friday, the Olathe Downtown Library held fun festive activities like crafts, Santa, and most importantly, the lighting of the mayor's Christmas tree. This event not only brought holiday spirit to those attending it, but also brought joy to those in need. This has been Evie Chavez with the Raven Network.
What a beautiful way to celebrate the holiday spirit.
It also not only brought the community together, but got everyone involved towards a cause to help those in need.
And with the holiday season in mind, let's take a look at what our fellow Ravens are doing to prepare for the cheerful time ahead.
What's up, Ravens? Let's see how some of your fellow Ravens are getting ready for the winter holiday season. What are your favorite things about the holiday season?
Honestly, I prefer the colder weather. It's enjoyable towards me. Also enjoy Christmas, getting presents and whatnot, spend time with family.
It means like spending time with my family more and interacting with like my other family members, not just the ones in my house.
How are you getting in the spirit for the winter season?
I just set up my Christmas tree this weekend, and I've been watching Christmas movies with my girlfriend.
Well, Ravens, unfortunately, that's all we have left for today's show.
This has been Paige Garcia
and Evie Chavez.
Raven Nation, let's fly.